Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video, and today we are playing a Dino Discovery one turn kill deck. Yes, it is that powerful if you can survive long enough. This deck's been doing the rounds for a few weeks and a few other content creators have played it as well, so you may have already seen it, but I just want to show it off because it is such a fantastic deck. So it's a Discover deck. For those who don't know, Discover has a number. So for example, Quintorius Kand discovers 4, meaning you exile cards from top of your library until you find a card with mana value 4 or less. And you can cast that card for free, if not, you put it into your hand. So the way it works is we know what we're going to hit pretty much. Quintorius Kand discovers 4, and Quintorius Kand's also our finisher because it has a static ability. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, such as Discover, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and we gain 2 life. So Quintorius Kand Discover 4 will always hit Scroll Shift. Scroll Shift lets us flicker and a creature or enchantment. They are the main ones. So we know we're going to hit Scroll Shift with Quintorius Kand. It can't flicker Planeswalkers though. Trumpeting Carnosaur discovers 5 when we play it. You can also discard it and pay 3 to deal 3 damage to target creature. It's that only removal, but we don't ideally want to do it. Trumpeting Carnosaur discovers 5. So it can hit Quintorius Kand, Scroll Shift, and Breaching Dragonstorm. Breaching Dragonstorm doesn't technically have Discover, but it's basically Discover 8. It's exile cast on top of the library to exile a non-land card. You may cast without paying its mana value. If it spells mana value is 8 or less, otherwise put it into your hand. It is literally Discover 8. I don't know why they didn't call it Discover 8, apart from the fact Discover is just from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. So we know that can hit everything in our deck. And the only other things are 4 copies of Hit the Motherlode, which is Discover 10, and then we can create some treasure tokens if what we hit has mana value less than 10 with the difference, and then Etali, which also doesn't discover. We just exile cards from the top of each player's library to exile a non-land card. When we cast any number of spells from among the non-land cards, exile this way without paying the mana cost. So the idea is, ideally we get to 5 mana, play out a Breaching Dragonstorm, we hit something, which will then discover into something else. We will eventually hit a Quintorius Kand, which we know will discover into a Scroll Shift. We can flicker our Breaching Dragonstorm or our Etali or our Trumpeting Carnosaur and basically go again. And every time we cast a spell from exile, we are dealing damage with Quintorius Kand, and that is the win con. And you can do this in one turn. Once you get to 5 mana and you've got Breaching Dragonstorm, 6 mana, with Trumpeting Carnosaur, you need one of those two basically because Quintorius Kand only hits Scroll Shift and you can't flicker Quintorius Kand with it. If you just play out Quintorius Kand on 5, you can create a blocker with its +1, but it's not going to win the game. And sometimes I do just to get a blocker in the way or something for our opponent to attack, because this deck is obviously quite slow. It's turn 5 or 6. And that's why. So mana base, we do have 36 lands because we need lands. But also, what's interesting about Etali and with the Final Fantasy Adventure lands is Etali says exile cards until you hit a non-land card. You can cast any number of spells. These Adventure lands are lands but have spells on them. So if we hit... if we exiled an Ishgard and a Lindblum and then hit our Quintorius Kand or whatever, we can cast a Quintorius Kand and then cast the Faith and Grief, which we probably won't hit anything, but we want to cast it because of our Quintorius Kand, and then we can play the Adventure side from Lindblum Macy to create a 0/1 Black Wizard token. And you'll see in the games that I often will try and do the play out lands so I can cast, create a Black Wizard, the Black Mage token, just to carry on pinging our opponents to help with it go down. Mesala Mana Base, Mountains, Battlefield Forges, Raucous Carnival. Because we're a slow deck, we can often play this untapped because we have less than 13 lives. Temple of Triumph, I did play the Surveil land. I can't remember what it's called now, the red-white one. But then I realised that Scry's better, and I'm an idiot because obviously you want things in your library, and Surveil puts in the graveyard, Scry puts it back in the library. So if you hit a Scroll Shift, you might go, actually, we want that in the library. Then Windscarred Crag to gain life, Adventures in to gain life, Cavern of Souls on Dinosaur, because we've only got dinosaurs we want to cast, just to make them uncounterable. This is, as I said, this is a really, really, really powerful deck. In some of the games you would have seen green mana, did have Thunderous Debut in there, but I never cast it once and whiffed. Thunderous Debut, 8 mana, look for the top 20 cards in library, put 2 creature cards into your hand. If you bargain it, put them on a battlefield. So it's great if you hit it and you want to hit Etali, Drummond Castle, but you don't need it. If you have not played like an idiot, and I do sometimes, you know, and you have an opening hand with one of these two cards, you win. The only time you don't win is if you're up straight away, is if you're up against Haywire Might, and they can take out your Breaching Dragonstorm before you can scroll shift it. So just be aware of that. There was a game like that, but we still managed to get there in the end. But up against things that don't have removal, and they're not expecting it, if you have one of these two cards, you're guaranteed to win. I'm fairly sure you're guaranteed to win. I don't think you can whiff unless they've milled you or you've drawn ridiculously badly. But that is unlikely. With 36 lands, we're mostly drawing lands. So it's a really powerful deck, really, really fun. I said it's a one-turn kill, and we don't see them often. And a lot of our opponents actually let it happen, which is really nice of them. So thanks to them. I'd like to give a shout out to my Patreon level subscribers. Planeswalker level subscribers. Planeswalker level patrons. There we go. They are Thomas, Arcadius, Mihal and Adrian. I'm not going to do a wrap up for a combo deck. So thank you all very much. Thank you everyone much for your support. We have gone over 3,000 subscribers. So that's really, really helpful. I have started diversifying. So one video came out on Tuesday and one came out on Wednesday. You'll be seeing this on Thursday. So please have a look at those. Please leave a comment. Please leave a like and subscribe on them. Please give them a watch if that's what you're interested in. Just trying to grow the channel as much as I can. So thank you very much, and I'll see you all in the gameplay. We go first. We do need our Dragonstorm. I'll keep a Carnosaur. Carnosaur will act as potential removal. A lot of tap lands, but then we have over 30 lands, so I would like to be able to take that out before it can grow. And luckily we can. Oh, another Carnosaur. Well, let's do it now while they're completely tapped out. We do need double red for pretty much everything. Two Carnosaurs going to a graveyard is not ideal. Well, there is double red. I think we hold on to the Carnosaur. Because that can really get us going. You can find Quintorius Kand or Dragonstorm. Let's hope we can do it in time. If we don't draw a land, we can take out the Challenger. Channeler. Well, it enters tapped. So hopefully we're still alive. And next turn we can potentially go off. We're being hit for 8. Well, it's now or nothing. Second arena. Oh, there's the Dragonstorm. Oh, we've got to go for it. Discover 4.
Let's dig over here.
Scroll shift. The Dragonstorm. Scroll shift the Dragonstorm.
You're about to be.
We're almost running out of Etalis. Second Dragonstorm.
Discoveries are around.
We're up to 10. There's an Etali. We hit. We want Limblin to come out first. So scroll shift on the Etali, Ellis Ilcor, and then Lindblom. And that is most likely lethal. Legion to Ashes. Go to the Essence Channel up. Hit the Motherload. Then, yes. We were down to 4. One turn later, we're at 23. We go first. We have a lot of tap lands. But we have a lot of tap lands in our deck anyway. We do need a 5th land. What are we up against? Insidious Roots. Oh, they got rid of a Tyvar. Do they have a Roots in hand? No, just a Gorehound. That's really good though at finding everything. The Haywire won't really do much against us. Let's gain back the life we just lost. And then we Adventurers in and Cavern of Souls. Probably on Dinosaur. I still haven't found Roots or another Tyvar yet. And there goes another Tyvar. Well, we want the Motherload, not in our hand. Well, I can whack a blocker in the way, but we're just taking small amounts of damage, so I'm not that fussed by it. I fear they're graving up even more. All lands. We won't put a block away, but we will cast it at the end of our turn. They might remove it. Oh. Another Breaching Dragonstorm. Let's whack that on Dinosaur. And so the pinging begins. Well, let's flicker our Dragonstorm. They could destroy it. I think that's what they're going to do. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. But oh well. We have 3 more. Two more, sorry. 3, another one in our deck somewhere. We're down to 12. These being in our hands kind of annoying. There's a Tyvar.
Let's pound these metal monstrosities into dust. Your story's not finished.
Imagine they get back a Haywire Might, yeah. Well, let's play out the Lindblom. If we hit another Skull Shift, will we not be casting it? Wow. Not exactly what I meant. That was a bit bonkers. 2 Breaching Dragonstorms, 2 Scroll Shifts against a blooming Haywire Might. We need to start hitting things well. The fact you can do Haywire Might without tapping it's really, really annoying. Yep. But if they get it back, they can't cast it. They can't activate its ability. But what are the chances of it happening again?
You've got this.
Well, I've got less than 13 life. Let's do that. Because we might be able to Breaching Dragonstorm again anyway. Let's discover 4.
Let's dig over here.
We'll put that in hand. Oh, they ended up tapped. That. Read your cards. We've got to let it go. There's no point blocking.
Now I'm history.
Well, there's their Insidious Roots. Well, I think we Breaching Dragonstorm and then just flicker it. Three, 6, 7.
There's that second wind.
Well, let's Dragonstorm. For the 3rd time. This is what it's meant to do. Let's discover 4.
What a novel discovery.
And we start gaining back all that life we lost. We hit an Etali. We hit Insidious Roots and hit the Motherlode. We hit a Thunderous Debut, and we will bargain. We can sack a treasure, and they are pretty much dead. Wow. After a really unlucky start, facing a Haywire Might and hitting 2 scroll shifts, we got there. Well, we've got a Carnosaur for removal and a Carnosaur to cast. So I think we give it a go. Obviously, we want all the scroll shifts in our library. Doesn't really matter what they take. But against discard, we might be in trouble. So we can't kill the Preacher either. Let's keep Quintorius Kand. That's value. We'll play out our Ishgard. We might be able to play out the Carnival. Yeah. We will be able to untap. Assuming they attack with everything. Actually, I don't think there's any point playing out Quintorius because the only thing that it can hit is Scroll Shift, which can't flicker itself. So we do have to wait for the Carnosaur. Unless we hit a Breaching Dragonstorm, obviously, that'd be good. So I'm going to play it, and we're going to get a blocker out. Also gives them something to attack.
Another exciting expedition. Never go it alone.
We just have to hope our Carnosaur goes the distance. It's fair, it can only hit Scroll Shift, Quintorius Kand, or Dragonstorm. So it's always going to hit something useful. Problem is... so not something to attack. The problem is if they remove... if we hit a Scroll Shift and they remove the Dragonstorm. We'll ditch the Forge. Right. Don't have another one. They didn't have another one. Well, there's a Dragonstorm. There's a Dragonstorm. There's an Etali. We need a Quintorius Kand. Hit the Motherload. Ghost Vacuum. Lindblom. Scroll Shift. Etali. There's Quintorius. And they get lost. And then we hit a scroll shift on Etali. And now we start gaining life back. We hit another Etali and a lot of lands. We did that around the wrong way, but never mind. We still want to cast them. For the triggers. It's like machine gunning them. Goes Vacuum, Dragonstorm, and this game is over. There we go. And they do scoop, but we've got a huge amount of triggers on the stack. We go first with Dragonstorms, that's what we want to see. And we have some life gain with the Adventurers in. And we do draw the 5th land. I like holding up Lindblom because it's something we can actually cast quite easily. On Dinosaur. And we will cast our Black Mage. He'll probably die, but see, an Obliterator doesn't actually bother us. We hit a scroll shift. We hit a Quintorius Kand. We hit a scroll shift. I think it's the only thing we can hit with Quintorius Kand. We hit a scroll shift. Our last scroll shift is in our hand. Carnosaur. What do we hit? Another Quintorius Kand. I don't think we have any more scroll shifts left. No, we don't. Oh, so we have whiffed slightly, but we're at 30, they're at 6. Obviously, we aren't blocking, and we can Breaching Dragonstorm again. Or just scroll shift first Breaching Dragonstorm. They've not shown any green mana, so it doesn't look like they've got a fight spell. Two Etalis. Do we have another Kand? A third Trumpeting Carnosaur. Third Breaching Dragonstorm. There's an Etali. There's an Unholy Annex. Let's do it on the Unholy Annex. Etali and Limblom. Well, we don't like them. Another hit the motherload, and there's nowhere to run. Thundering debut. Let's bargain. We'll get rid of a treasure. Oh no, let's get rid of their nowhere to run. Nothing. So we did whiff a bit. We only have 15 cards left. But we have 2 more Etalis in hand. And a Breaching Dragonstorm, and we can Etali and Breaching Dragonstorm, but well, they have 6 left. And they can only block 2 creatures. So yeah, not quite the going off of other games, but putting up a pretty indefensible wall. We go first with a lot of life gain. We'll keep that for some removal. We can't cast it yet. What are we up against? Okay. Be gone, the Monitoring Mentor. Do you have another one? Well, let's see if they're playing counter spells. We have a spare. We do. Shame Cavern of Souls can't make non-creatures uncounterable. Well, they can't counter this one unless they have a Spell Pierce. Please don't have a Spell Pierce. Well, let's cast the dinosaur then. Let's cast a dinosaur again. There wasn't a stick there. Etali, that's what we want. We can cast Lindblom. Doesn't matter. We'll take a stock up and a scroll shift. ping them a couple of times. There's a Quintorius Kand. Little Motherload. Iron Helix. And we'll create a big token. There are the Quintorius Kand. Scroll shift, scroll shift. What can we hit? Literally nothing. Well, they need a good turn. River's Rebuke. We can scroll shift Dragonstorm, and I've got to pitch 7. Which they did. What did they pitch? Oh, Jesco Revelation. Well, let's tick up. Let's get down another Breaching Dragonstorm. And our opponent scoops, and we have 2 scroll shift to bounce, flicker everything.